In boxing, champions are molded by a myriad of influences, not only inside but also outside the ring. From the underdog tales of Rocky to the heroic feats of superheroes, inspiration comes in many forms. But perhaps one of the most unexpected sources of inspiration for top champions and up-and-coming stars alike is the anime series from Japan, Dragon Ball. With the recent passing of Dragon Ball's creator, Akira Toriyama, I was really compelled to explore the profound impact of his work, not only on me, but also the sport of boxing itself. And I wanted to delve deeper on how this has inspired some of this generation's best fighters, along with the invaluable lessons we can glean from Toriyama's creation, both within the ring and in life. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First up, let's rewind. I want to delve into how Dragon Ball influenced me growing up. At first glance, it might just seem like any other anime cartoon with cool action sequences and unique characters. However, there was a deeper reason why I rushed home from school to catch this popular TV series. And I was completely drawn into the weekly adventures of the main character Goku, and even the supporting cast adding layers to the narrative. But how does this all relate to boxing or mixed martial arts? Well, Dragon Ball is filled with intense battles, as Goku and the Z Fighters confront powerful enemies bent on Earth's destruction. Yet what's truly fascinating for me about Dragon Ball was it resonated with many young boys and men, and it's the exploration of the hero's journey. It mirrors the path of many combat sports, often starting with innocence, facing hardship and trials, and emerging stronger out the other side. For me, this parallels the experience of stepping into a boxing gym for the first time. You begin with little knowledge, poor technique, and inadequate fitness. But with perseverance, you start to improve and gain confidence, until you face the daunting challenge of sparring for the first time. And it's a humbling experience that forces you to confront your human vulnerabilities, including your mortality. You're left with a choice: crumble and give up, or commit to training and improvement. Watching Dragon Ball while pursuing boxing consistently aided me, seeing my favourite characters endure defeat just like me, only to come back stronger through relentless training and a desire to be better. It really resonated with me deeply. And in most cases, they didn't just achieve strength magically, they earned it through hard work, and even sometimes having to look deep inside to go to that next level. Just like in boxing, success in the Dragon Ball series wasn't guaranteed for these characters, who often faced setbacks and had to learn from their mistakes before rising again. This relatable journey is why we've seen fighters like Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Shakur Stevenson, and rising prospect Ben Whittaker openly express their admiration for Toriyama's creation. They recognise the parallels between the struggles of Dragon Ball and their own journeys in the ring, often paying tribute to the series that inspired them, including the likes of Nonito Donaire and his inspired boxing kit when he took on Naoya Inoue, while Terence Crawford recently joked around the idea of going Super Saiyan Blue Ultra Instinct when the rumours were hot about taking on Canelo, while Errol Spence Jr. has openly said he's a fan of the Dragon Ball Z series, while saying Goku was one of his inspirations, while he joked he was most like Goku and Terence Crawford was like Majin Buu.
If you two were superheroes, who would you be? Who would Crawford be?
Superhero? Man, I'd probably be like Goku or something. I'd probably be like a Goku. And it'd probably be like a Majin Buu or something.
While two-weight world champion Shakur Stevenson had his say about the Dragon Ball series, influencing him and his links to participating in boxing.
What's your favorite TV show and why? You watch TV?
Yeah. My favorite TV show is Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball
it's
Z.
Because it's like I don't know. I always like I'm a competitor. I'm a big competitor, and I feel like Dragon Ball Z teaches like a mindset. You train super hard to become like the best. That's something that I done grew up on. And if you watch like somebody like Goku, he trained super hard, and he had levels and stages in his career or his life that he went from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 all the way to Super Saiyan God. So Dragon Ball Z is definitely one of my favorite shows.
And I think the way Shakur discusses the different stages with the series as a whole, in particular Goku, is important. The original Dragon Ball series, Goku starts off as a young boy, or should I say Saiyan, learning the hard way of training, but also that martial arts or fighting isn't about getting girls or looking good or just winning. And his teacher at the time, Master Roshi, teaches him the following, which is a very underrated quote in my opinion. He said, "We must master the art of peace in addition to the art of war. We achieve victory through the arts of war. Victory is won through strategy. Strategy is derived through the art of peace. Basically, we learn how to fight so we don't have to." And I think that's the great thing about getting involved in boxing or even a combat sport. Once you learn those types of skills, you realise how stupid things like street fights are, especially for those that are untrained. While if you're ever put in that situation, you know you're able to defend yourself in some shape or form. But going back to the point from Shakur, as the series progresses, you see Goku compete in martial arts tournaments, striving to be better, before eventually it goes on to the Dragon Ball Z series, where he continually has to fight more powerful enemies in the universe, each and every saga you watch. But it's those lessons he learnt when he was a boy, striving to be greater, to train harder, and to be gracious in victory and even defeat, all while being a beacon of hope and a defender of the innocent. And that's what I love about this show. You can pick up these little gems and lessons from it. Take for instance current rising star Ben Whittaker's perspective on Dragon Ball and anime.
And also, you're a big fan of anime as well. We follow that too, and we saw, with the Goku animations and stuff. What got you into anime to begin with?
Since a young boy, my dad was watching it. Then my brother watched it. Then I just got involved with it with Dragon Ball, Naruto. And if you actually watch it, it's a bit like life. They have to train hard. They have to go to the next stages of the career to get stronger. It's like a boxer's life, really.
There's like gems hidden there, like knowledge, yeah, basically.
100%. It's little life skills for you, man.
He also had an interview with The Telegraph about his favourite Dragon Ball character, Vegeta, who many consider the anti-hero of the Dragon Ball Z series, and Whittaker noted why he liked him. It's because of his work ethic, his pride, the way he never wants to lose, and doesn't like to be embarrassed. He pushes down the boundaries, while he also joked, "We've got the same hairline too. The only thing is, he loses a lot. That's definitely not me." And despite Vegeta's frequent losses, and perpetual second place position to Goku, he continually strives to better himself. Even after suffering significant defeats, it's this aspect that I found relatable. And Vegeta wasn't perfect, he had selfish desires, which many of us can relate to at some point. But you got to see him get humbled, and even learn from those defeats. And I think in relation to boxing, combat sports, that pride, that ego can take over us. And I think every fighter needs some shape or form of that, otherwise you're going to get bullied when you enter the squared circle. And that's why I think a lot of fighters can actually relate to Vegeta more than someone like Goku. As I mentioned at the start of this video about Toriyama's passing, it was heartening to see other fighters coming out and actively pay their respects to the creator. And Toriyama's creation has taught us numerous lessons, from learning to love your craft and pushing yourself to your absolute limits, to fighting for those who can't, and keeping a group of friends around you who are always there for you. Well, it's about showing respect to everyone, even your enemy in defeat and victory. No matter how bad the loss, you can always come back. Well, the two lessons that really struck me about this series was, there's always another level to strive for. But most importantly, it's about never giving up. I could go on for hours about the lessons this series provides, and if you've watched it, I highly recommend you give it a go, or go back and give it a rewatch. You'll learn a thing or two, with a few laughs along the way. And who knows, it might even inspire you to embark on your own hero's journey, and come out better than you could have ever imagined. This has been Jamie from Boxing Life. I'd love to know if the Dragon Ball series inspired you to take up boxing. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.